Welcome everyone. So in today's episode, what I'm going to be doing is making my own polyurethane subframe bushings, and they will go in 4 holes, and this is the subframe on my 1994 Mitsubishi 3000 GT. It's the naturally aspirated version, so the subframe is on the rear is a little smaller than the all-wheel drive. So I'll go through the steps on what it's going to take to make your own polyurethane bushings. Alright, this is the product I bought. It's from Forsch Polymer Corporation. I actually bought this off of suspension.com though, and I'll put a link to that down below. They are selling this as a filler for rubber engine mounts. So you know, on the engine mounts there's some gaps, and so the idea is to pour this polyurethane in those gaps and try to make them as solid as possible. So what I bought is the 94A durometer liquid urethane. So this is a pretty hard urethane once it sets up. I think there's enough in here to make 13 ounces, which is more than enough to fill in the holes here, because you also have to put the metal sleeve back inside of it as well. So you pour the urethane around here, and that should be more than enough. So what you're going to need for supplies is a good respirator. They say the fumes are kind of toxic, so make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. These are all the original pins that came out of the rubber bushings. I did have to burn those out, and I showed how to do that in the other video. Just take a torch, and you essentially are lighting the rubber on fire and burning it out. But what you're left with is these metal pins or bushings. The other part of this subframe is these rubber grommets. These actually go on top of the subframe, but I'm going to use these to help locate and center these metal sleeves, because they do have to be centered in here exactly, so that once you slide this up onto the bolts that are underneath the car, you're able to get everything positioned good. These are the washers that actually go underneath, so once the bolt comes through, then you put a nut on the other side here, and that holds your subframe up. The other thing you're going to need is some duct tape. This blue tape you don't need, put that over there, and then you're going to need some sand. So this is just play sand that I've moistened, and I'll show you why you need to have that in a couple of minutes. The other thing is to get yourself some levels, because you want to make sure your whole subframe is level when you pour. Otherwise, you're not going to have a flat, even surface on your bushing, and that's just not going to be good for later on. Alright, so I'll just show you how to do these two corners first, and it's repeated on the other side of the subframe. One other thing you need is some rubber contact cement, and I'll show you why you need that here in a second. So first, what you want to do is create a seal on the bottom side of your subframe, because the urethane is pretty fluid, and if you don't, then it'll all leak out the bottom, and you kind of don't want that. So what you're going to do is take some contact cement and put it around the top of the subframe holes. The next step is you're going to want to take your pin, put it into the this rubber kind of washer here. I've just got these other washers just to make sure that the whole thing is flush. And so you set that like that, and then you're gonna wanna drop it down in the hole and then make sure that it is centered. Perfectly like that. And then do the same for the other side. All right, we're just gonna let this set up for like 15 minutes or so, just to make sure the glue's got a chance to stick to both parts. Then the next step is you take a few pieces of duct tape here, and you're gonna want to put this over the hole, because you want there to be a good seal, so that the urethane isn't leaking out all over the place. That would be bad. So, tap it down there nice and then I'm going to take these washers and just take these to the underside so that I can make sure the pin is sitting down there nice and flush. I should make sure I've got plenty of duct tape on the back side. All right, see here, I've got everything taped up, nice and good. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is flip this guy over, and then we're gonna make sure our little pins are holes nice and straight. All right, now the other thing you need is some sand, and I just have some play sand here. It's moistened, so it's kind of sticky. So what you end up doing is you take the sand and you build it up all around your four corners. So that does two things. One, it helps you level the whole subframe, and the other thing is if any urethane leaks out, the sand will actually capture that urethane. So you're not just pouring it in and then it all just pours right back out again. So let's start making some sand piles and pushing the subframe. Alright, now that everything's good and level, what you have to do is the kit comes with a container of the urethane and then a smaller container of the activator. Now the instructions say you have to mix all of this completely, so once you start there's no turning back. If you try to mix like half of this, you're likely not going to get the mixture correct, and then your urethane will not harden up. So what I'm going to do is take this stuff, pour it in here, stir it all up. They come to the stir stick. They also say to scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, get everything thoroughly mixed up in there for the best results. Then I'll take that, pour it into this smaller cup and start pouring it around each of the holes here, and then that will be it. So once I get going here, there's no turning back. And I'm going to put a respirator on. Alright, one thing that was happening here is I was getting air bubbles, but looks like it's in there pretty good. Alright, so I managed to get a smaller stick in, get some of those air bubbles out, so that looks better. So they say it cures. It takes a long time to cure, unfortunately. It'll be 8 days, 7 days if the temperature is 77 degrees. Or you can accelerate that by keeping it at 150 degrees for 8 hours. So I'm obviously not going to bake this at 150 degrees. So I've got a little portable heater there, and we'll be using that to help cure the urethane. So we'll check back in a week and see how it turns out. All right, so it's been a week for the polyurethane to set up, and it is really hard in there, and I think that turned out pretty good. So we're gonna take the tape off, and I don't think really anything leaked out of this while it was setting up, because the level of the polyurethane never dropped. So you can see on the other side, the little rubber grommet is still set in there. See that? I'll try to get a close-up of the mount. Let's peel this side off. And it's looking good too. All right, so that's basically it. Next step is just to bolt it back up to the car. We'll clean up the stuff. The extra tape around there. It's about glue behind. All right, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.